Hello students, today we will read the chapter 3 of social science, class 5th, climate. Now the first thing is what is weather. Now you know the weather is a condition of the atmosphere over a short period of time. That is today, what is the weather will be there. It will be sunny or cloudy, maybe change tomorrow because it changes day to day or even hour to hour, and that's why weather bulletin comes after every hour. So because you should know before going out what will be the weather, so you can be accordingly, you can adjust. And climate, a difference between climate and weather. Climate is a place of a place is the average weather condition over a long period of time. It may be a year, it may be 6 months, it may be 4 months. The average taken out of the weather condition of each day, calculated and then divided by the number of days. The average comes out, that is the climate of the place. And we have different climates in different parts of the world because according to the geographical conditions. The climate of the place also affects the animals and plants as well as the people, their food and clothes. If it is a cold place, you will see they will be heating up their body. For heating up they are wearing the woolen clothes and using fire and other things and eating food which is make their body hot or make them warm up their body. But those who are having summer climate, they are wearing the cotton clothes or light clothes so that they cannot be feeling uneasiness due to hot weather. Now there are some of the factors which determine the climate of a place. First is the latitude, another is the altitude, then the wind, then the humidity, distance from the sea and ocean current, which we will read by one in the coming chapter. Now here we can come to the latitude or the distance from the equator. Now the places near the equator, as we know, are the hotter places than the places which are far from the equator. Why? Because the sun rays are falling directly on the surface of the earth or on the equator. Suppose this is the earth, and this is equator. The sun rays are falling directly over a smaller place, and as a result this place is heats up and it reflects back the heat above. As a result of this heat, the air here becomes hotter, and that's why the climate of that place becomes hotter, because it is falling on the same place and hotting it up very quickly, and then the earth heats up, then it radiates back the heat back into the air and the air becomes very warm, and then we are feeling the hotness. As we go up and up, the sun rays start falling horizontally over the place, and as a result, or slanting we can say. So as we move up from the equator, as we go up, the sun rays are getting slanting, and it makes the place hot up there. So the distance from the equator helps changes the climate. The near to the equator you will find the whole climate. As we go up and up, and near the poles you will find the cold climate, and in between it will be mild climate. So the sun rays are falling, that's why it makes the place near the equator very, very hot. And upon the types of heats they get, it is divided into three climatic zones. So we will read that. Another person who studies the weather is called meteorology. Here with the example they have shown. Sun rays are vertical near the equator, that's why it heats up quickly and radiates back the heat. As we go up towards the poles, both sides, it is slanting and it takes time to reach there, and that's why these places are very cold in comparison to the place near the equator, which is the hotter or the hottest. Now according to the size, heat received by the earth, it is divided into three main zones: frigid, temperate and torrid zone. Both sides, south temperate, frigid zone on the south temperate, then torrid zone near the equator, then north temperate zone and the frigid zone, that is north pole, and it is south pole. So generally three types of there: temperate zone, torrid zone and frigid zone according to the. So the sun rays are falling directly on the equator and it heats up, that's why it is known as the torrid zone. As we go down or up here, the sun rays are slanting and it takes time to reach there, and then it takes time to hot up. Until then the night falls, and that's why they are not very hot. So you will find moderate climate, neither too hot nor too hot, because of the cold winds coming from here make the climate moderate. But as we go up, the sun rays are totally slanting. It takes time to reach there, and that's why this is the coldest place, because 6 months light takes so much time. 6 months day and 6 months nights are there, and that's why this is the very hottest place or very coldest place there, with with snow and freezing cold, and that's why it is known as the frigid zone. And temperate zone is neither too hot, neither too cold, because it lies between the torrid zone and the frigid zone in both the hemisphere, and that's why it makes the climate moderate there. Then the altitude from the sea level, height above the sea level. Why we go to measure the sea level? Because the sea level always remain the same. So that's why all the heights are measured from the sea level. The higher we go, the cooler we will feel, because the temperature falls as we go up. And when go up high, it is cold. High mountains, because mountains are at high altitude, and because the sun rays are getting slanting, so that's why the air becomes very cool and we feel hot. See, the Ludhiana and Shimla examples are there. They are all at the same distance from the equator, but Shimla is colder while Ludhiana is hotter in summer, because the Shimla air is higher than the Ludhiana. Shimla is located 2,150 meters above the sea level, while Ludhiana is only 250 meters above the sea level, and that's why the sun rays fall here and it makes the land hot. It radiates back and the air becomes heat up. But as we go up and as air goes up and up, it cools down, because the sun rays are falling slantly at the higher altitude or at the higher level, as we have seen in the example here. As we go up, the sun rays are slanting, and it takes time to reach there, and that's why the temperature remains cold there. Then the another is the wind. The wind also affects the place where they blow. Winds coming from hot areas, if they are coming, it will increase the temperature. If they are coming from the cold areas, it will lower the temperature of the place they blow in. Then distance from the sea. Places near the coast are neither too hot, neither too cold, because they have the moderate climate. It's called equable climate. Now reason is this: because of the land and sea breeze. In the daytime, the sun heats both land and sea, and because land heats up more quickly than the water, hence it is hotter than the sea. As you know, hot air is lighter than the cold air and it starts moving up, and as a result, a vacuum is created, and that's why the warm air and cool air from the sea comes in and takes its place, and this is known as the sea breeze, and it cools the land near the coast. But at the night, the opposite happens. The land cools down quicker than the sea, and as a result, the air becomes hotter and it comes up. The air goes up and the vacuum is created, and the wind from the land takes its place, and that's why, because from the land it is becoming warm, and that's why it makes it towards the sea, and this is called land breeze. And due to the land and sea breeze, the weather near the sea is pleasant. Then the humidity, the amount of water vapor present in the air. Humidity affects the climate of a place. The wind blowing from the sea to land brings a lot of moisture with them, and this makes the climate of the coastal areas very humid, because the capacity of the air or the atmosphere to absorb water goes up, and it's saturated. As a result, it cannot take more water, and that's why this water remains in the air, which makes us uneasiness and lot of perspiration and lot of water coming out. Water goes from the body. The ocean current. Oceans have warm and cold current. This also affect the climate of coastal area. You will read in the higher class about them. Then there is another thing, greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is the warming of the process near the Earth's surface. Why it happens? Because Earth traps the Earth heats, and the Earth atmosphere acts like a greenhouse, and it is from here that the greenhouse effect gets its name. Why it happens? The atmosphere is the mixture of gases, but our modern lifestyle and lot of carbon dioxide and other gases are exhausted from the vehicles and power stations and industries and other things. So extra CO is mixed up with the water. As a result, the CO level goes up, and it makes the atmosphere very warmer, and this lead to the more evaporation of the water into the atmosphere. And because water vapor is also good for absorbing heat, and it causes the atmosphere to become even more warmer, and the average temperature of the atmosphere has risen by almost 1 degree in last 200 years, as the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has increased. And scientists call this warming of the Earth's surface as global warming. So due to the increase of the carbon dioxide in the air or in the atmosphere has led to the global warming or rising of the temperature, and you will see nowadays that different type of climate you are feeling. When it was going to be rain, now it is very hot, and when it is not going to be the rain, in that time the rain is coming. So the system has changed. The weather and climate has changed. Now there are some word humidity. That means the amount of water vapor present or moisture present in the air. Altitude, the height of a place above the sea level. Latitude, distance of a place from the equator. So weather, we can say weather is a condition of a place over a short period of time, and climate of a place is the average weather condition over a longer period of time. Then the question can be, what are the factors which affect the climate of a place? You can say latitude, altitude, at distance from the sea, wind and humidity. How many heat zones are there on the earth? You can say 3 zones: torrid, frigid and temperate. Torrid has very hot climate. Frigid zone is very cold climate, and temperate zone neither too hot neither too cold. And if it comes humidity, then you can say the amount of water vapor in the air is called humidity. And that's why when the humidity is very high, you feel uneasiness and you feel a little bit respiration is coming, sticky body happens, sometimes breathing problem also there, and that's why you feel uneasiness. And that's why when you sit in front of the cooler or in front of the AC, you feel very, very easy there, and you feel very happy. So that is the chapter with this. So many questions are there. We will discuss the question in the another video for you. Thank you very much. If you like it, please subscribe it, like it and comment also.